All right, so I'm gonna make this video as quick as possible. I'm gonna basically run down everything that I found out about the game yesterday and just address a couple of things. I guess I start by addressing a couple of things. Okay. Um, it's been told to us that there will be DLC weapons. Okay. Now, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? It's a good thing that the game has more content. It's a bad thing that it doesn't have this content from the start, right? Another thing is like just too many people. I hate addressing the community. I hate it because I don't like nothing to do with like just how somebody feels on the internet. Like your opinion is your opinion. I would never dismiss it, even if I disagree with it. But there's too many people like it's like cut in half. It's like oh well we're getting it as DLC, so shut up and accept it. And then the other half is just like well it's DLC, that's cool, but like why we following the same format that Ninja Gaiden 3 followed, and then you got the last part that's like, well, I'm not getting the game now, and I'd rather just play it on Game Pass or whatever because they're probably gonna come out with a complete edition, right? That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? But don't dismiss somebody's opinion just because you don't agree with it. Like people are very valid in the fact that they're upset that these weapons are DLC. The game was told to us that it was 80% done before the game even was announced, so they had all this time to add all of this content in for Hayabusa and everything. And it's like one thing I did address was if you complete the game, right? Like, yeah, there's DLC coming out that's gonna be things other than just weapons. But if you complete the game, and then you come out with a DLC weapon, it still don't entice you to play the whole game again. It's like okay, cool, but I wish I would have had this variety when I played it the first time because now I'm kind of like 100% of the game now. And it's like this I don't feel like I should go through the game again and play it just because the Falcon talents is in the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where I could have had the Dragon Sword and the Falcon talents in the first place, and then we would have been able to do like some variety with like I'm gonna fight the boss, I'm gonna switch this weapon here, or I'm not sure if this weapon works here. Things like that. Like but for people to dismiss it like, oh, just shut up and accept it, it's like bro, like you're not helping the reason, because then you're the type of person that's just basically like, oh well, you're just gonna accept whatever they give to you and not complain about anything. And this is the whole reason why this exists. It's like, bro, if you had given that from the start, nobody would complain about anything because it would feel complete. The only complaints really is this whole like the platinum games type of play style, which I'll get to in a second too. But yeah, just addressing that. Yes, there's gonna be DLC weapons, and there's gonna be a DLC mode. We already knew about that from the start, from when they announced that. So that's not new. It's just we just don't know what the mode entails. There's also some like, I guess you call it missions or trials, like kind of like I guess like, yeah, just call it mission mode or whatever. There's gonna be some kind of trial mode outside of the test of valor. I'll get to, all of that is gonna be covered. So let's start. So first thing is that there's 4 Nimpos. We already knew that there was multiple Nimpos. It was announced on the Nimpo video. It said stay tuned for reused Nimpos later on, which by the way, they still didn't make a breakdown video, which is funny because they released these demos to these people before even making the breakdown of the Nimpo. But whatever. Look, there's the Inferno and the Void is 100% confirmed. There's a Phoenix Jutsu. Too much Naruto, right? There's a Phoenix the Phoenix Nimpo, but we don't know if it's the same Phoenix Nimpo like it was in Ninja Gaiden 2, but that is there. And then on the right side, somebody confirmed that it's the Wind Blades, but I haven't actually seen it be used. The Nimpos also take different amount of meter usage, which is kind of weird because like it says the Wind Blades take the most usage, but if you play Ninja Gaiden, you know that don't work on everything in the game. So I don't know why that would be the most. It's usually the Void that would take the most since it do the most damaging. um Easy mode. Okay. Oh, let me address difficulty first. So difficulty, I don't know if it's going to be the same when the game comes out, but when you first play, you could play on easy, normal, and hard. You can change the difficulty while you play. It says that, but there's also a Master Ninja mode. The Master Ninja mode is a separate difficulty, which I'm grateful for. Somebody had called that out before. Shout out to him, the person who called that out. So Master Ninja mode is a separate difficulty, and this is not coming from me. The person said that the Master Ninja mode that they were able to play does have enemy variety, and they do have and the enemies have these red attacks. These red attacks are like they do like massive chip damage if you don't perfect parry them. But if you perfect parry them, you get it like a you get like a hard counter hit that you can basically kill them in like 1 or 2 hits or whatever, right? So on Master Ninja, they said they use those attacks more. I hope to God that it's not like Ninja Gaiden 3 where everybody just grabs and then I could just how you call it? What's that move called? The blood move, the insta kill in Ninja Gaiden 3. You know how everybody would just like run up to you and grab you nonstop and you just kill them in one hit? I hope it's not like that. I hope they don't spam like make it so the AI is aggressive with it, but do not spam it, because when you start doing that, it's like bro, I'm not even playing to enjoy it no more. I'm just playing to hard counter you every time you do that, and then I'm just gonna win. So I don't want to have a game like that, and I think for all players it benefits to not have a game like that, right? Um, let's see. Oh, in easy mode has a thing where they give you auto dodge and auto block, right? I'm gonna get to the dodge thing later on, but you get auto dodge, auto block. So basically, easy mode is just for like, yo, you could just press buttons and you beat the game. That's easy mode. It does have a test of valor. The test of valor is like, if you're not aware, or if you only played the PlayStation games, you probably don't know about this. But test of valor is like, it's like a thing. It's like a portal that you enter, and you do these like extra side missions. Some of them is like kill a certain amount of enemies before time runs out. Just kill 100 enemies in general. Somebody said in this game, some of those missions have you find like a specific targeted enemy, and that's how you defeat it. And then for the ones that have, well, I guess for all of them, it doesn't specify. But when you enter this Test of Valor portal, right, you can select the difficulty, even up to Master Ninja, and the reward for beating it is much bigger when you do it on Master Ninja. So you have a bigger reward there. Let me get this close, just so y'all can hear me. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me okay, but yeah, it's just a bigger reward for that. Now, this thing, let me show this on screen, because this had me tripping yesterday, right? It's right here. Okay, so the game allows you to do 2 things in this game. It allows you to block while attacking, and it allows you to dodge while being in animation, like instantly. Like you can just do that. We knew about the blocking while attacking thing because we had seen it in a couple of videos. But the thing is, this doesn't use any sort of meter at all. Okay, so watch this. I'm gonna play the clip here. Yakumo's gonna run. He gets uppercutted. Now you're uppercutted. You're in hurt animation, right? You can't move anymore. The enemy has a follow-up attack right here, which looks really cool, by the way. It looks like one of them Dragon Ball Z Vegeta hits, right? That's what I would call it. And wow, he's just able to dodge out of that. And we seen that in the Hayabusa Gleam trailer, right? He's just able to dodge out of that, and it just don't make sense to me, because it's just like, wait, hold on, like you were hurt just now, like how you able to do that? Let me see if I can get it again one more time. All right, here we go again. Run, boom, dodge. No meter usage, no nothing. It just allows you to do that. I think that's the most broken mechanic in the game. If assuming that isn't exclusive to easy mode. Okay, that's the only thing I will allow that, or I will accept that to be. If you could do that anytime, like let's say you're playing Master Ninja, that same enemy uppercut at you, and you could just dodge out of that the next attack, like it's like, but bro, like, like I can never die. Then like all I have to do is just master perfect dodge, perfect parry, and I'm gonna get to that too. Somebody made an important point in that. Okay, actually, I'll get to that right now. So I had two people. Two people had different takes on the game. One person said that playing as both Yakumo and Hayabusa plays the same. Not plays the same as in like they both play like how Ninja Gaiden should feel, right? Then I had another person say like, no, like it doesn't play like that at all. It plays more like a platinum game, right? So with that being said, right? If the game is focused on perfect parry, perfect dodge, like not saying that's a bad thing, but if it's focused on that, it's going to be a problem because you mitigate the difficulty by doing that. Again, most of us play on Master Ninja. Most of like we just that's our thing. We play on Master Ninja, right? Once you play on Master Ninja, you never go back. Right? But if you're playing on Master Ninja and it's like, well, I could just perfect parry or perfect block everything. I'm a god at that. Like my just my reaction is just so good that I could just perfect parry, perfect dodge everything. Then how is the game difficult to you? You know what I mean? Like you don't ever really have to try in a sense. It's like what I was saying about Ninja Gaiden 3. Somebody thought I was joking when I said, yo, bro, you could kind of stand still and beat the game because in Ninja Gaiden 3 they spam grab and then you just do the I still don't remember the name of this move. The insta kill. You do the insta kill. So you literally could just stand still. Oh, you glow red? Oh, dodge, press button, and then you get 4 things dying on the screen. And it's like, yeah, you don't have to spam that to play the game because the game shouldn't be played like that. But at the same time, it's like, well, if this is the most efficient way, it gives me the max amount of points. It allows me to upgrade all of my moves to the highest degree, the fastest. Why wouldn't somebody do that? Oh, that's the other thing I was talking about right here, by the way. Wait, look, so he just did a UT, right? And the enemy attacks, instant dodge out of it. It's crazy. He was still in the animation, bro. I don't get how you do that. And the slow motion's the thing, so it's a perfect dodge when he did it. But yeah, just going back, if you could do that, why wouldn't anybody go for that? Like even in these trailers, like people were spamming Gazuna drops, and it's like, okay, that's cool. Like that's your favorite move. I understand. It's not a problem. Like however you play the game is however you play the game. But if the go-to is like the most efficient way to play the game, why would you play it any other way? You know what I mean? It's like you got half the people that's like they're gonna say, oh well, this game is hard, and then you got the other half saying this game is easy. All you have to do is just block and parry, right? And then the argument to that is like, oh well, why don't you play the game without blocking and parry? And it's like, why do I have to, as a player, why do I have to how you call it, like nerf myself in order for me to feel that the game is hard? That's the issue that I had with Stellar Blade. Like Stellar Blade was easy, and then because what's it called, overdrive, you had this thing called overdrive in Stellar Blade, right? It's like a power-up thing, and then all like her attack is enhanced, her speed is enhanced, her defense is enhanced, right? But the activation of the move was iframe, and it stunned the enemy, and it was just like you could activate it on top of itself. And it's like, well, that just makes everything easy. But then you're telling me, oh well, play the game without using overdrive. It's like, but the move is given to me in the game, so like, why are you telling me not to use the game's mechanics just so the game could feel more difficult? That doesn't make sense. I don't agree with that. Like the AI should be upped to be able to be on par with these type of things that the player do. You know what I mean? Let's see what else. Okay. You could play as any character in any stage after beating the game. However, there is no new game plus. 1 second. Sorry, I felt a sneeze coming on. There is no new game plus. There's only chapter challenge. However, it does not confirm, or at least I don't have a confirmation of it yet, where the chapter challenge is like Sigma 2, where you only can use the upgrades that are available to you on that that like up to that stage. You know how in the original Ninja Gaiden 2 you can use any weapon, you can use max Nimpo, anything like that on any stage because you have full new game plus. But then on Sigma 2, you can only use like Dragon Sword level 2 on chapter challenge on the first stage, like stuff like that. Like it didn't confirm that yet, so I have no idea how that's gonna work. Also, the builds that people were given, the reason they didn't go to the Muramasa shop is because the game had a set unlockable moves. It didn't allow them to upgrade moves. The shops and everything is still there, but it didn't allow them to buy new things. It just had like, for example, Hayabusa. It just came with like a certain amount of unlocked moves, and then you couldn't buy anything else. Hayabusa has what is called gleaming attacks. That's the enhanced attacks I was talking about. He has these gleaming attacks where basically that's the equivalent to like Yakumo has the giant blood blade, like the Jetstream Sam stuff. Hayabusa has that, and then he also has like I guess we call it Devil Trigger, right? We call it install and like Guilty Gear and everything. He has a Devil Trigger mode where it's called Gleaming mode. If you understand the lore of Ninja Gaiden, you understand that the True Dragon Sword always had gleaming. It had Gleaming Dragon. Okay, Gleaming Dragon is basically when he uses the True Dragon Sword and uses the what do you call it, the UT, right? So the gleaming mode allows all of your attacks to be UT level attacks off of like basic moves, and you can use unlimited advanced moves until it runs out. So you could just keep. It's like a powered up state. You could just do that. So all your moves become UTs, and then they not necessarily UTs, but any move can be changed into it can be chained into itself. And then or not changed to itself. It can be changed into another move, but you could do it like vice versa. Like you could do like light heavy, light heavy, light heavy, light heavy, light heavy, like you could just keep doing that, right? And then you could do the advanced gleaming move, and then you also get the insta kill every time you kill somebody, right? So you get the sorry about that, I just had to pause it real quick, but you get the insta kills every time you do a gleaming attack. Normally you only get that if you do a perfect parry counter. Okay. Another thing is, if you saw during like just the gameplay in general, you know that there's these little like drones that you can hop on and everything. So in boss fights, those are there as well. And a person was saying that when you do the boss fight, you can move to those drones, like you to avoid an attack. Like let's say it does like an attack against the ground, you could jump to the drones to dodge the attack, right? But they didn't specify if it's a requirement. So like you know how certain games have like certain boss mechanics where it's like they go into a phase and they have like some super attack and it shows like a red circle and you have to like run outside of the red circle in order for you to dodge the attack. Something like that. It doesn't say if that's required. I hope not, because then that kind of how you call it, like mitigates the skillful gameplay in a sense, you know. But I hope it's not required. I hope you don't have to like, oh, in order for you to dodge this attack, you have to jump on this drone that's in the background for a second and then come back to the fight. I'd rather just like be able to fight and then be able to like perfect dodge it or win step or something like that. Well, we discussed DLC weapons earlier, but yes, there's only going to be a dragon sword in the game from what was said. There's no projectile items other than shuriken. I was trying to get an answer for this, and if anybody can answer this would be great. If you can, are you allowed to power up your shurikens or your kunais when you are in your powered up state? So, for example, if you're in Raven mode or if you're in Gleaming mode as Hayabusa, do your shurikens become more powerful, or are they still just base shurikens? That I was a little confused at that. It didn't specify. Oh, the next thing is bosses have a clash phase. So they don't get to do it in these clips that I have. There's a bunch of clips running around on YouTube. You probably see it once. But every boss now has like this phase where they do a special attack, and then you, like, let's say as Yakumo, I don't know if you can do it as Hayabusa yet, but as Yakumo, you do the Raven mode, and if you do the attack at the same time as the boss, it does like a special clash type of animation, and it does like I think you auto win if you do it. I don't think it's like a special, like you don't have to mash the button to win or anything like that. But if you do it at the same time, you do a special animation where it does like a bunch of damage to the boss. It's like if you play Devil May Cry 4, you know how when you're playing Nero and you do like a hard stun on the boss, and then when you go next to the boss, Nero can do like the special grab animation on the boss. It's literally that, but you do the special clash animation with Yakumo, and it does that. What else we got? Oh, the hard parry. So there's two hard parries. Okay, there's a hard parry where you perfect parry. Let's say an enemy attacks you, you perfect parry, and then you could press a button after, and you do a hard attack, and it leaves them like it does like a stupid amount of damage, right? Then there's another version where we seen earlier in the trailers. You hard parry, and then you go into Raven mode, or you go into, I think Hayabusa could do it too with the Gleaming mode. You go into the powered up state, and then you counter attack with the powered up state. It's an insta kill. It's an insta kill. So when you perfect block, you have different options. Master Ninja, we talked about this already. Master Ninja has variety, but I can't agree with it until I play it. Like, I have to play it myself to understand, because somebody can say one thing, and then you play it, and then it's like it's the same thing, bro. Like, what you mean? you know. The last thing I had on this list was, is the upgrade system limited? Nobody was able to answer me on that, because, like I told you, they had set upgrades. Look, I think he's going to the thing now. Look, so you see. Whoa. Let me go back here. Yeah, I think that's different. That's the mission thing. Yeah, mission database. That's something different. But if you look really quick, like, it has the little, like, it shows you the mission objectives and everything like that. Execute the Tango leaders, whatnot. You know, pretty straightforward stuff. But the upgrade system, nobody was able to verify if it's limited. You know how in Sigma 2 you can only upgrade to a certain point on a certain chapter, whereas the original Ninja Gaiden 2 you can upgrade as much as possible. There's no limitation on that. So it didn't specify if that's the case. But that's the real last thing I had on the list. Nothing else too crazy. You get these Chrism blood pellets for winning. I guess that enhances your meter or something like that. God's orb, I guess that enhances health. It's usually how it was in the past Ninja Gaidens. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Um, nothing else really. That crow right there, that's his friend Tyran, and you could upgrade from him too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, the last thing I had was the DLC weapons, but just going back to that, it didn't specify but it's not going to, because don't expect Team Ninja to answer this. But it didn't specify if the DLC weapons are gonna be how you call it, like you could do switchable weapons. You know what I mean? Like how Yakumo could switch weapons anytime. It doesn't specify you can do that for Hayabusa, and the reason why is because if you know, the Nimpo section is where his weapons would be. So unless you could switch that, like how you could do with Neo, you have like a second inventory spot, then don't expect him to be able to weapon switch. And I will, just to kill something, Hayabusa doesn't have a way, as from what I've seen, he doesn't have a way to make enemies float in the air like how you saw during the weapon switching thing. So I believe that's been answered. Only Yakumo can do that. Only Yakumo can do the Platinum Games launcher and then do the whole juggle thing. You can still juggle with Hayabusa, but it's more Ninja Gaiden like. It's not like Platinum Games where they're floating in the air for like 50 seconds and you just do like some super long combo or whatever. It's not like that from what they've shown us. If it is, then I'm mistaken. My apologies, but it's not from what was shown. But yeah, that's all I had for Ninja Gaiden 4. I just wanted to condense it into one video. I didn't mean it to be 26 minutes long, but feel free to ask me anything in the comments, and hopefully I can answer. You know, I'm still asking some of these people that I'm in touch with, who got the demo of the game and everything, for content, like to show me, like, you know, excuse me, to show me anything that's unanswered. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I had. Ninja Gaiden 4 coming soon.